I'm Ralph with 13 Peppers, and today we're going to try ourselves an interesting cross, the KS Misery Sweet X. Now this year when I was actually growing peppers, I wanted to actually do a lot of new stuff I've never done before, and I ordered a lot of different peppers that were crosses. Some of them actually turned out excellent, others not so much, but that's kind of when you get like hit and miss on what the phenotypes are, especially if they're F2, F3, F4. Sometimes that happens, but that's okay. Today though, we do have one that actually came across just like it is supposed to. This is the KS or King Star Misery Sweet X. Now the original KS Misery Sweet was actually a cross between a black Thai pepper and a Scotch bonnet pepper, and it came with just a nice red elongated pepper. It didn't have a tail or anything, and then apparently one of the phenotypes, because it was not stable, changed over, and some of them actually started coming out with a tail. So the ones with the tail they actually renamed to the Misery Sweet X. So very much interested in actually tasting this. Now it's supposed to have a heat level right around a jalapeno, not a jalapeno, but a habanero. A little bit of a difference in heat level there. A habanero, maybe just a little bit warmer, but I'm very interested in exactly what the flavor is going to be. Alright, so I got a beautiful looking pepper here, and if you actually notice, I do have a couple lines in here, and that's just actually due to weather conditions, because I just had either too much rain or I didn't have any rain at all. And typically how this happens is if you have a dry period where there's not as much rain and all of a sudden you get an abundance of rain, the pepper actually starts growing and taking on water a lot quicker, and it will actually crack the outside of the skin just a little bit. So does not actually hurt it at all, but that's usually what the cause of it is. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'll try to cut right down the middle here, whoop, without cutting myself. So I'm gonna get that tail in half here. All right, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful looking pepper. You can actually see you got a nice white placenta, and right here it just turns basically the same color of the pepper, a nice red for the placenta. You got seeds all the way up and down through it. It has a nice, wow, what does that smell? Yeah, this actually has a nice smell. It's not floral, it almost has like a sweet smell to it. So very, very nice. Beautiful pepper inside. So hey, I cannot wait at this point to go ahead and give this one a taste. So I got half the pepper here, and opening it up when I was cutting it in half, I actually have a sweet peppery smell to it. A scent similar to a habanero, but just almost a little bit sweeter. So yeah, either this is going to be really good or this is really going to fool me, one or the other, but very, very nice smelling pepper. I mean, this is probably one of the better ones I've smelled in a long time. I don't got any floral scents, I don't got any earthiness, I just have a sweet pepper. I really don't even have a hot scent, but yeah, I'm still considering this thing going to be a little bit hot. So let's go ahead and, well, first of all, if you can actually see, I'll try to zoom in, you can see the placenta and the seeds in there. So I need better lighting down here. I think I've said that a couple times, just haven't done it yet. But here we go, let's give it a taste. Pepper's a little long to try to get all the way down the first time. It does have a sweetness to it. It does have a slight floral taste. I didn't get that in the smell though, but I can taste it just a little bit. Excellent tasting pepper. Getting the burn on the tongue, top of the tongue, front of the mouth. Yeah, let's see what this is going to do. Now this is actually surprising because I was thinking habanero. The front of the tongue is just kicked up a lot. The side of the tongues, I mean, they are literally on fire. This greatly surpasses a habanero. I don't think it's ghost level, but it's still building at this time. So hey, very interesting. The heat and everything is actually moved to the back of the throat now. I still feel it on the side of the tongue, and that's the most intense. Not the top of the tongue, but the side of the tongue has the most intensity. I don't feel anything on the roof of the mouth. I am getting the back of the throat now, especially where I'm swallowing. Yeah, but back of the throat, side of the tongues, that's where the majority is right now. Now the burn has actually dropped down around the side of the tongue. It's still in the back of the throat right at the moment, but let's say it's roughly about 80–85% of what it was. So let's see how long it's going to take to go more down. Okay, it's actually taken quite a bit for it to actually go down. It kind of went up, it peaked real fast right along the front and the side of the tongues. I mean it peaked, and then it came down kind of rapidly, and then it sat for a little bit. This is actually going to be above a habanero, not much above a habanero. So this one I'm going to say, and I'm estimating just based on my experience, 350, 400,000, somewhere right around there. That's where it kind of stayed. The initial burn and everything, with that first peak, I think it went higher than that, but it came up and down so quick. I don't know if I'm going to count whatever level that hit, but basically where it stayed after that initial peak, yeah, 350,000, roughly what I'd say. And the way it moved off the tip of my tongue and then started burning on the side of the tongue and then moved to the back of the throat where I was swallowing. And the majority of the heat stayed in the back of the throat and on the side of the tongue. Top of the tongue initially had the burn, but it didn't really stay there. Just having it so concentrated on the side of the tongues was actually kind of interesting. So yeah, excellent tasting pepper. Had a little hint of floral on it, but it did have a fruity pepper taste to it initially. Very nice pepper. I think this one would be excellent, especially in stews, chilies, anything like that, just to heat something up. Very, very nice. Yeah, but that's going to be about it. The burn and everything has actually been going down slowly. I would still say I'm probably right around 50, maybe about 45% now of what the initial burn was after that peak. And yeah, this one stays with you. So very, very nice. So excellent. Very, very happy. So cool. But with that, I think that's going to be about it. So if you enjoyed what you've seen here today, please subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. You can follow me on some of my social medias up here, or you can actually head to my website down below. There I actually sell seeds out of my garden from all the peppers that I grow. Plus I actually sell custom seasonings and spices from those peppers that I make myself. So, but with that, my name is Ralph. This is 13 Peppers, and you have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day.